Hi, this is Mazarine Treyz of Asking for More Podcast and Asking for More Mastermind. I'm here to tell you about a new way to plan your year. Recently, I had this kind of face down moment where I was talking with a friend and I said, "Oh, I make all these plans every year, and then nothing goes to plan, or only part of it does." And my friend told me something very important. He said, "Look, no plan ever survives first contact with the enemy. The best you can do is make a plan that is good enough for now, and the act of planning itself will be enough, whether or not the whole world falls in line with what your plan actually is." So this year, whether you're planning your business, you're planning your fundraising plan, or you're planning your finances, or going back to school, or a trip you want to take, or something else in your life, I want to give you a tip that I learned from Kasia Urbanik about how to plan in a completely new way. I've seen this work with my friends as I've helped them plan this way and have found it's a tremendous gift to be able to plan based around your feelings. So here is one new way to plan your year that is going to blow your mind. Are you ready? All right. So this comes back to a seasonal approach to living. I want you to think back to spring of last year. Think back to all of the good things that you created. What did you create that you loved? For me, I was walking naked outside on a giant tree trunk doing a photo shoot. That's one of the things that I created that I enjoyed. I created a conference. I created paintings of cherry trees, as well as doing watercolors, aerial yoga, collaborating and dreaming with a new partner, and doing human design and Gene Keys readings. So when we think back to what we created that we loved, it shouldn't just be, I created this in my business, or I created this in my work. It could be what kind of experiences you created for yourself, what kind of relationships that you started to nurture. So just thinking about it puts a smile on my face. I want to give you a moment to think about all of the things last spring that you created that you loved. Maybe it was a friend meetup. Maybe it was a tea party. Maybe it was a piece of art. Maybe it was a piece of music. Maybe it was a writing piece. Whatever it is, what did you create that you loved? Now that you've thought of it, what does that feeling want to grow into next for this year? What does that look like for you? Maybe you want to keep nurturing that friendship and partnership. Maybe you want to do a daily practice of one of the things that brought you joy last year, or a weekly practice, or whatever it is. Maybe you want to travel somewhere that you haven't traveled in a long, long time. What is it? What does this feeling want to grow into next? If you're proud of the work that you did last year, how can you have more of that this year? How did that particular thing that you did take advantage of your strengths and make you feel respected, appreciated, and really taken care of financially? So I hope that's given you some ideas for things you can do this spring. Now, let's think about summer of last year. What did you create that you loved in the summer of last year? I'm talking June, July, and August. What happened to you? So for me, I created an online conference that was a 6-figure conference. I'm very proud of that. I took a class with Kasia Urbanik, and it was really fun to help me make new friends and play more, and I'm very proud of that. I had a fairy birthday party. I got fairy wings from Etsy. I asked my friends to dress up in fairy costumes. We had a garden party outside with cupcakes and flowers and a photo shoot, and it was a blast. I'm really happy I did that. I also went to a party my brother invited me to where there was a bouncy castle and tons of people dancing and a little tea room with lots of pillows where you could lay down and free candy and kombucha. And he wrote me a little note that said he was so happy I was his sister. So those are some really positive, happy experiences that I allowed myself to have last year, or I created through hard work. And so what are the experiences that you had? Think about it. Write it down. Now ask yourself for this year, what does that feeling want to grow into next? What is that love, that joy, that play, that passion want to grow into next? Maybe you want to make a gathering. Maybe you want to make another event. Maybe you just want to make more art, whatever it is. Let yourself feel that. Write that down. When I do this exercise with people, it makes their eyes light up and their whole body language changes as they open to the possibilities. So throw out your quarterly goals, reports, blah, 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 and go with a feelings-based approach. So often this culture wants us to pretend we don't have feelings. If we go towards our joy, our passion, our desires, we're going to get so much closer to getting what we want more and more and more often. And that's what I love to teach people in the Asking for More Mastermind. Now, think about fall of last year. September, October, November. What did I create that I loved? Feel it, think about it. I'm going to give you a few examples. I did a conference with some incredible partners called the Path to Action Conference. It helps people take action on their good intentions around anti-racist work. I'm very proud that I did that. It was really fun. We had music, we had harp. It was so unlike anything that you'd ever see at a conference online. I took a trip to see my friend Vanessa in Victoria, and we went to the beach. And I got to see her little daughter, and that was really, really fun too. I got to do some dating and have some sensual times, and I'm very, very happy about. I went to my friend's house and did Hobbitsgiving with her and a bunch of people that she knew, and that was super fun too. I did art with the little kids. I had such a good time. What did you love that you created last fall? What was it? I want you to really think about that. Feel it in your body. What did you create that you loved? It's not just about outward accomplishments, but how things made you feel inside. And now, what does that feeling want to grow into next for this fall? What would that look like? For me, I feel like it is going to continue to be learning how to stand in love and not fall in love. I think it might be making bigger art, doing international travel, getting to dance with others again. Finally, think about the winter. What did you create that you loved last winter? December, January, February. And what does that feeling want to grow into next for this winter? Remember seasonal living. You're not supposed to produce all the time. You're supposed to lay in the deep, rich soil under the snow and let yourself dream. So take a moment, pause this, and let yourself feel that. What did you create that you loved? And what does that feeling want to grow into next? A little extra credit. I want you to write what miracles you want to call in for each season of this year. What miracle would you like? Would you like to slide down an ice cream cone on a bed of whipped cream? Would you like to dress up as a sea creature and run around your town? Would you like to make more money than you've ever made before? Would you like to get away to some fabulous place that you've always wanted to go? What is it for each season? Make your miracle. Some other people I've done this with said, I want to get this kind of car, or I want to have this kind of investment property. And that's totally fine too. You're allowed to make whatever miracle you want, whether they're far off goals or maybe there's a way for you to get them before you thought you could. Now that you've thought about miracles, and I hope you pause this to think about it. The next step is think of 10 things that you would feel better if they just got taken care of. What does that mean? Maybe you want someone to do your taxes. Maybe you want someone else to do sales calls for you. Maybe you want someone else to just take care of all the little administrative tasks that you have. Maybe you want someone to come clean your house. Maybe you want, something else just be completely taken care of for you. Make a list of those things. Have your student loan completely paid off. Whatever. Come on, Joe Biden, you can do it. Okay, so now that you've got those in there, sprinkle it throughout your year. What would you just like to have someone else do for you? And then do this exercise. When you look at your list, I could ask blank for blank. So I could ask this person to do this thing for me and get it just taken care of. Now that we've gone into all of the good stuff, there's one more place we need to go. And that's into the bad stuff, the stuff that you didn't like last year. I want you to think about the power and opportunity in darkness. I want you to write down what sucked. What sucked a lot last year for you? Did you get rejected? Did you not get a job that you wanted? Did you not get a client that you wanted? Did you not pick the right people to work with? Just write them down. Take 5 minutes or 2 minutes and write down all of the negative things that you didn't like about last year. Now draw a picture. I want you to draw a picture of the monster. Draw a picture of the monster of whatever happened last year that you did not like. Now I want you to feed that monster the nectar of your attention. What does it slowly start to turn into? Keep feeding it. What have you noticed? Just take a couple minutes. What was that trying to teach you? What was that monster trying to teach you? It's a very important lesson, and I want you to listen to yourself. We are capable of turning our nightmare monsters into our fiercest protectors and allies. I hope you can take that lesson into the new year as well, because it doesn't serve us to only focus on the positive. The power and opportunity in the shadow and darkness is very real and very potent. So if you'd like to delve a little deeper into your shadow, I recommend that you get a reading for the Gene Keys and Human Design. If you go to humandesignreadings.net, you can learn more about that. You can get your free chart at mybodygraph.com. And I would love to help you uncover what the gift in your shadow is. And this is also something I do with the Asking for More Mastermind. I love helping people with that as we go through the course of a year and look at what's really holding us back. This exercise really helps you flex your joy muscle by calling in more of what made you feel fulfilled and satisfied last year. If you try this, let me know how it goes. I'm so glad that you shared this time with me today. Definitely check out the Asking for More Mastermind, because we do stuff like this all the time. If you go to mazarinetreyz.com and click on Asking for More, you can learn more about it.